What's up? This is Devin Zander from the Delivery Driver to CEO podcast. And today we will be discussing what I call mere moments. These are pivotal times in my life when I said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not settling for this. And how these moments changed my life dramatically. I definitely would not be successful. I would not be the person I am today without them. I would still be broke, fat, overworked, underpaid, all those things. So let's roll the intro and get into today's episode. Oh, my mic is blocking my face. All right, let's get into it. All right, guys. So what is a mere moment? And let me tell you, really simple. I want you to practice this in your life. It'll probably be a short episode, but if you actually implement what I'm sharing with you today, it is going to change your life dramatically. Like I said in the intro, like if I hadn't done this, I would probably still be working at Jimmy John's. I would still be an alcoholic. I would still be fucking 100 pounds overweight. Believe it or not, I used to weigh about 100 pounds more than I do now, which is insane. Obviously, I used to be broke at one point. I grew up with a single grandma who made $2,000 a month. My dad is still a pizza delivery driver. It's not like I came from any massive means or anything. I'm just a guy, showed up, worked hard every day, made it fucking happen. You can do it too. And these mere moments are going to be a pivotal part of that. So a mere moment is essentially when you look yourself in the mirror and you accept that what you're doing is not going to get you where you want. You have to come to terms with yourself. Give yourself a long, hard, honest look in the mirror. And I'm going to give you two examples of times I did this and how it affected my life. The first time is what led to me becoming an entrepreneur. It is literally the title of this podcast, From Delivery Driver to CEO, all stemmed from this one mere moment when I was a delivery driver at Jimmy John's. So essentially, I was a delivery driver at Jimmy John's. I delivered subs. They were fucking delicious. Let's be honest. Jimmy John's pretty damn good. Although they've added like a bunch of shit to the menu, so I wouldn't go there now. It's like they've lost their soul. You know what I'm saying? But I was a delivery driver. And when I was delivering for Jimmy John's, what we had to do was we had to pull around the back of the building. We couldn't park our car in front of Jimmy John's. We had to pull into the back. And to do that, I had to drive through an alley. And while I was driving through the alley, someone who worked at one of the other restaurants, it was a Bonefish Grill, they had to park behind the thing too. And they were backing up their car as I was driving past them. And I'm like honking my horn, like, stop, stop, stop. You're going to hit me. You're going to hit me. They didn't stop. They hit my car. I'm like, fucking Christ, whatever. But I can't even like sit to talk to them about it. We looked at the damage. It's like, it's not that bad. I'm like, oh, fuck it. Whatever. I have to go to work. Because at Jimmy John's, it's all about like freaky fast delivery. So if I'm not getting back to the restaurant super quick and like, just being quick, I kind of get yelled at. And I want to be completely clear. Like I was not at fault at all for that person hitting me. Like I'm driving through at a normal rate of speed and then they just back out of a parking spot and hit me, even though I honked on the horn and told them to stop. So anyways, I go to work. I get back to Jimmy John's. There's already a sandwich waiting for me to take to deliver. So I go ahead, I grab it. I, punch myself in the little like, okay, I'm taking this delivery thing. And then I leave, I deliver it. It was pretty far away. It was delivered to a middle school, like right at the edge of our delivery range, which is only 2 miles. That's how they do freaky fast delivery. They only deliver in a 2-mile radius from the store. So I get back from that delivery and I'm going to pick a new order up. And then my boss, his name was Kyle, he grabbed me and he's like, Devin, gotta talk to you. Come on, let's go. Let's go to the back and talk. And, he proceeded to threaten me, yell at me, and almost fire me because someone else hit my car. You see, that Bonefish driver or whatever, that person, they came in and they complained and said I was driving like a maniac and doing something insane. And, I understand this is all hearsay, but I promise you I was not. I was driving completely normal. But, this person came in after they hit my car, after they backed into my car, and they complained. And then I got yelled at my boss. And I was like, look, Kyle, I'm going to be honest with you, man. This guy, he's full of shit. This is not what happened. And he backed into me and blah, blah, blah. And I told him, and he was like, no, I don't care. This is on you. You're making us look bad, blah, blah, and if anything like this happens again, I'm going to have to fire you. And I can't have my employees doing this. And I'll be honest, like this made me so angry because here I am. I didn't do anything wrong. I'm just trying to make this fucking Kyle dude money. Like his parents owned the Jimmy John's. I'm just here. I'm a good worker. I show up every day. I'm not late. I do my job. It's whatever. And this was just so insulting. And it's like, dude, why don't you believe me? Like, what is this Bonefish? Like, we don't even know this guy. This guy's an asshole, right? So anyways, I was so angry. I was just so frustrated, so irritated. It's injustice, and that's how I viewed it. And that's where the mirror moment stemmed from. Oh God, I have to sneeze. I went home that day. I was living at my grandma's house at the time, and I just looked at myself in the mirror, and I was like, dude, is this all there is to life? I show up to work every day. I get yelled at by my boss because someone hit my car, someone else did something wrong, and I'm punished. I'm threatened to get fired because of this. I had to be honest. I had to look myself in the mirror. I had to say, Devin, is this all? Are we settling for this? Is this the life we're settling for? Do we think that this is all we will ever be capable of? That we can just sit here, make fucking $3 an hour at Jimmy John's plus tips. It's like $250 a week. Like, is this it for us? And I had to have a real heart-to-heart talk with myself. Just me and the mirror. And I decided, like, no, dude, fuck this. I will not stand for this. I will not be belittled by the fucking Jimmy John's manager because someone else fucked up. And I decided at that moment, that mirror moment, when I was a delivery driver, was pivotal. That is what, I realized I can't do it. I can't work for someone else. I can't have this. I cannot have someone who's in control. I cannot be fearful that if someone else hits my car, that I will lose my job. I cannot let my income be in someone else's control. I cannot settle for this minimum wage bullshit. I cannot settle for anything less than excellence in my life. And I definitely can't settle for working for someone else, being told what to do, where they have all the leverage and they control whether or not I have a job. They control whether or not I have an income. They could decide, you know what, fuck you, Devin. Then what if I have a family? Oh, I can't feed my family anymore. Oh, I can't afford to pay rent anymore. I can't. No, I want to be in control. And that way, although nothing's guaranteed in life, everything is up to me at that point. If I want to work extremely hard, if I want to do all I can do to succeed, then I'm in control. I just decide to work harder that night, stay a little longer, do a little more, try harder than the competition. And then I can control my income and I can control my life. So that was my first mirror moment. And it was seriously life. I mean, it's so powerful, such a powerful exercise. And the second mirror moment, and we'll end it with this one, was more recent. It was back in 2019. And at this point, I was an alcoholic. And, my drink of choice was Jim Beam, the bourbon. So I'm a big bourbon drinker. And to me, most bourbons taste the same. And in fact, I actually prefer Jim Beam. And I think it's one of the better bourbons. And then it's got the fucking benefit of being extremely cheap, which was awesome. So heavy drinker at this point. And the little pints, I was drinking one of those a day. So I would go to work for the day. I would come home, liquor store right underneath my house. I lived downtown in a condo, and right underneath, right next door, was a liquor store. The guys knew me by name. The pints are behind the counter. So right when I walked in, they just grabbed the pint. They had it right there ready for me at the counter. Hey, Devin, how's it going? Blah, blah, blah. And it's like, first of all, super embarrassing. Like, out of any place where people know your name and know your order, you do not want it to be a liquor store. But sure enough, there I was. And anyways, so that wasn't the mirror moment, although should have been. What it really was is I would take this bottle of liquor home, this little pint, fifth, whatever. I don't really know what size it is, but it's not the small one. It's a slightly bigger one. And I would finish that night. And I would do that every night, 7 days a week. Sit at my desk, put my feet up, watch YouTube, and finish my pint. And I would drink a Pepsi with it too. So obviously this is me ingesting like 1,200 calories per night of alcohol and Pepsi, which in its own is fucking awful for you. But the real thing was this. We had a cleaning lady who came once a week, and I was drinking these pints, right? And I had a little trash can, these tiny little ones. If you're watching on YouTube, I have these tiny little one. It goes under my desk, and it would be full every week. But it wouldn't be full of like trash. I mean, it was trash. It wouldn't be full of like food or paper or anything. No. Every single week, it was filled with 7 bottles of Jim Beam. Empty, completely empty, 7 of them. And my mirror moment was when I realized when the cleaning woman was at our house, I couldn't be there because I was so embarrassed by the fact that every single week I had these 7 Jim Beam bottles under my desk and she would clean it every single week. I was so embarrassed that I had to leave. I could not face her. And that's when I realized I had to go look in the mirror. And I was like, dude, what what are you doing to yourself, man? You have a woman you want to marry, you want to have kids one day, like you want to be successful. And at this point, I was pretty successful, but obviously if you're drinking every night, it's going to fucking hold you back. I'm like, dude, what are you going to do? You can't raise kids like this. Your wife's going to leave you. I mean, you're pretty fucking fat. Why are you doing this to yourself? All right. You want to live a nice long life. Well, guess what? Devin, you're fucking killing yourself. This alcohol, it's going to kill you. You're going to get fucking cirrhosis of the liver. You're going to get cancer. I don't know if you know this, but so asbestos, right? It's a carcinogen. It's actually so bad that you're not allowed to use it as insulation in buildings anymore because it causes cancer. Well, hey, guess what is more carcinogenic than asbestos? Alcohol. And here I am every single night without fail. If I go to the golf course, boom, fucking get drunk. If I meet up with friends, it's like the only social life, the only way I knew how to live was by getting fucking drunk. And I had to have that mirror moment. And guess what? Here we are. It's 2023, baby, and I'm sober. I've been in the best shape of my life. I've got a wife. I married her. She's happier than ever. She doesn't drink anymore either. And we're planning on having our children soon. And my businesses are doing better than ever. We're making more profit than ever. My employees are happier than ever. The customers are happier than ever. And I feel I'm just like healthy. I still have existential crises just like everyone else, but now I don't have to fucking cry every night because I'm worried that I'm going to die from too much alcohol consumption. And it all started with these mirror moments. We need to look ourselves in the mirror when we're doing something that we inherently know we're settling for a lesser version of ourselves. Working at Jimmy John's, settling for that, settling for being told what to do, for having my job fucking held over me like I'm a fucking parrot every day. If I don't do what you say, I fucking lose it, even though I did nothing wrong in the first place. I knew it wasn't for me. I had to look myself in the mirror and say, Devin, what are you doing? Why are you settling for this? Why are you settling for less than you deserve out of life? Same thing when I was drinking alcohol. Devin, why are you doing this? Why are you killing yourself? Why are you settling for a person that is lesser than the person that you should be? Is this the person you want your wife to be with? Is this the person you want your kids to grow up looking at? No. I looked myself in the mirror and I knew I was better. I knew that I deserved a better life and I fucking went out there and I got it. But it all starts with looking in the mirror and being honest with yourself, ladies and gentlemen, and that is what a fucking mirror moment is. Do it and your life will change forever. I wouldn't be here today without him. So I recommend him, just go out there, give it a shot, see how it changes your life. This is Devin from the From Delivery Driver to CEO podcast. We're fucking out here. We're having a good time. I hope you guys enjoy. Make sure to like, comment, review, subscribe, obviously, and drop that 5-star review if this shit's impactful. And look, if you like this, share it with a friend, okay? That's all I ask. If you think that a friend could benefit from a mirror moment, just share this with them. That's all I ask of you, okay? Above reviews, above subscription, anything like that, the best thing you could do is just share this with a friend and help them too. So this is Devin. Thank you guys for listening. I'll see you on the next episode.